Alcohol is one of the leading preventable cause of death in the United States, and it affects men the most. And I think we need to start talking about this more, because it's like alcohol has been proven to be cancerous, to affect people's mental health drastically by leading to people who have alcoholism, alcohol dependency, and then wealth drops. Which wealth drops, if you are a alcoholic and you decided one day, I'm just gonna stop drinking altogether, you could die. Your body could go in like a shock and die. Like, how crazy is that? And not only that, but alcohol affects your heart, affects your brain, affects your liver, affects so many parts of your life. And think about how many times like that you have heard stories, or you have experienced like somebody's like, alcohol a story that will end up like messing up their life in a way or another, or the relationship with a significant other, or the loss of somebody. It's like, we need to start talking about how this industry of alcohol has like put it into our eyes this whole time that drinking was okay. And then we want to compare the research that there has happened in other countries, and say, well, in Europe they drink at 16 and they're drinking a cup of wine every day and they're fine. Well, in Europe, they have free healthcare. So when somebody's feeling sick or anything, they go to the doctor and they get checked and things change. Over there, people have a really strong sense of community. So whenever people are feeling depressed or anything, like, they have their family to lean on. And three, like, people are walking, they're having a better diet. And like, the thing about alcohol is like, alcohol is already bad, but it's like, if you combine alcohol with bad diet, poor sleep, and just not just a stable mental stability, it will lead to have heart issues over time, because you will become angry, more depressed, more anxious, and all these things. It's like alcohol is just like literally like the flaw, the FLOUR into the cake. So we need to start talking about how bad it is, and how can we come together as a society and take that norm and put it away, because it doesn't apply to us anymore. Before, people used to drink alcohol because water wasn't safe. We have accessible water. We literally can buy water and it's gonna be cheaper than alcohol. Back then, it was a whole different story. And it's like, even to think about the fact that when people, before they conceive, they drink, it can affect the genes of the baby. What? Like, technically, you're supposed to clean, be really healthy and all these things 9 months for the men, 9 months before, and the women too, before conceiving. Like, we need to start talking about that. And also, something that, it always shocks me is the fact that alcohol leads to violence. How many parties have you gone and people were so drunk and stuff that it was a fight because they're arguing about something ridiculous. And like, I get it. If you want to choose to drink, that's fine. Do it. You have free will. But look into the research. Like, at the end of the day, it was a company that sold this idea to you. They're selling you a good feeling. They're selling you the idea that you're gonna be the cool guy. You're gonna be that guy. You're gonna be that woman. You're gonna be like you're so chill, like all this stuff. You don't need all that. If you're coping with your problems with alcohol, that's just a distraction. They're selling you a distraction. Maybe you need to look into that. And like, it's hard. I used to have problems drinking. I used to drink a lot. Like, it was, that's why I feel so strong about it. I made a really bad decisions, because I used to drink, and like, I'm not gonna punish myself about it. I'm just gonna grow from there. And this year I told myself I wasn't going to drink, and I have gone a year and something without drinking, and I start drinking again for a few months and stuff, and it's not for me. Like, sometimes you don't have to, like, that something doesn't have to be for you. And this is definitely not for me. Like, I was not a best person when I was drinking, because I was not considerate, you know? So if you think, well, like, you know, it's like you don't understand, it's hard. Like, oh, I do. Oh, I do. Like, but your situation might be different. You might just need to talk to somebody. Because it took me a lot of talking through it and understanding where this emotion, this like need, addiction for alcohol was coming from. Because it wasn't serving me at all. And for many years, I regret everything that I did. I was ashamed of myself. And it's just like, why? What's it gonna do? At the end of the day, I just needed to feel hurt and love. I wanted to fit in. And it's like, I'm not doing that by punishing myself for it. Like, that's contradicting the whole possibility of a life that without it, you know what I mean? So I know it's hard, but it's like there's people that care. I have friends that I lost because, you know, I chose alcohol. And till this day, I, you know, like, we have accepted that it happened, and like the friendship is not longer there. And I appreciate them for sticking to my side for such a long time. But it's okay. You're gonna lose people because you kind of did some messed up things. You gotta hold yourself accountable. And you just have to learn to let go, because you're choosing a better outcome for yourself. And it's not always gonna be pretty. You know, there's gonna be years when you're gonna think about what you did. You're gonna like literally, when you're drinking, you forget a lot. You forget so much. And then when you get sober, everything will start coming up. And you're like, what the? I do not remember that. Like, the feelings of it. Like, it's like you're like truly feeling the emotions for the first time. Because you didn't feel guilt during that time. You didn't really see like how messed up that situation was. Like, I was, you know, molested and all those things when I was intoxicated. And it's like, it's like now, you know, I forgive myself. And I forgive anybody that hurt me or that I hurt. You know, and I now just work towards being a better human being and just accepting my life is, you know, what you make it. Because at the end of the day, we all make mistakes. The problem is if you don't change them, if you don't, you know, reflect on them. And like, that's really what it is. Like, I think we need to stop putting this pressure of us like, well, we weren't that good, so that makes us a horrible person. No, maybe you didn't know better. Maybe you didn't know how to stop. But now this is your time to reflect and figure out, how can I make things different? How can I heal those parts of myself? You know, how can I ask for forgiveness and accept that I might not get forgiven? So just try it, because you don't need alcohol to be a cool person. You are a cool person. Like, you're born, like, you don't need alcohol to be you, you know?